A US B-1 Lancer bomber landed at RAF Fairford in western England on Friday amid an escalating conflict in the Middle East following US and Israeli strikes on Iran. The arrival of the aircraft, capable of carrying 24 cruise missiles, comes after British Prime Minister Keir Starmer approved defensive US action against Iranian missile sites from UK bases. Sir Keir initially declined to allow the United States to use British military bases for its joint offensive with Israel against Iran, a decision that led to a dispute with President Donald Trump. After authorizing the United States to use RAF Fairford in Gloucestershire and Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean, the Prime Minister told MPs that the government does not support regime change carried out through airstrikes. The deployment of the large aircraft follows comments from U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth on Thursday that strikes on Iran were about to surge dramatically. The 146 feet B-1 Lancer arrived at RAF Fairford in Gloucestershire on Friday evening. RAF Fairford, situated on the border of Gloucestershire and Wiltshire, has previously been used by the United States to launch long-range heavy bombing missions. The B-1 bomber weighs around 86 tons and is the fastest bomber in the U.S. Air Force, according to Boeing, capable of reaching speeds exceeding 900 miles per hour.
Iran issued a stern warning to the United States and Israel. A statement released by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps stated that Tehran is prepared to attack key enemy infrastructure facilities if attacks on Iranian territory continue. The Iranian side made it clear that its missiles are allegedly on full combat alert and could be used against the nuclear center in the city of Dimona, as well as against energy facilities in the region. According to military expert and air defense historian Yuri Knutov, Tehran could view such a scenario as retaliation for the possible assassination of Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei. The expert believes Iran could use Fatah hypersonic missiles for such an attack. He estimates that a hit by such a munition on the research center in Dimona could cause a major environmental disaster in Israel. The Dimona reactor itself was built over 6 decades ago. It is believed to have produced plutonium there, which could have been used to create hundreds of nuclear warheads. Israel has not officially confirmed its nuclear weapons presence, but most analysts believe the country possesses a significant arsenal. According to analysts at Army Times, a major accident doesn't necessarily require the destruction of the reactor itself. It's enough to disable critical infrastructure, cooling systems, pumping stations, or spent nuclear fuel storage facilities. Experts note that the impact of a heavy warhead in a storage facility could cause a fire in the zirconium cladding of the fuel elements and lead to a radioactive release comparable to the accident at the Fukushima 1 nuclear power plant. An even more dangerous scenario is the destruction of the cooling systems. In this case, even after the reactor has been shut down, the core could begin to melt within a few hours. Technically, experts believe Iran has the means for such an operation. Possible assets include Sajil ballistic missiles with a range of up to 2,000 kilometers and Khorramshahr heavy missiles capable of carrying warheads weighing up to 1,800 kilograms. It is expected that in order to break through the Israeli missile defense system, a combined strike could be launched, missiles from Iran as well as from Iraq and Yemen with the participation of allied forces. The Shahed family of unmanned aerial vehicles could play a special role. A massive launch of hundreds of these devices could overwhelm missile defense systems, including the Arrow 3 and David sling. Analysts estimate that even with an interception efficiency of approximately 90 to 95%, some warheads could still reach their targets. A single precise hit on a spent fuel storage pool could create a radioactive contamination zone tens of kilometers across. Experts warn that if such an accident occurs, the radioactive cloud could spread far beyond Israel. Territories in Jordan and even parts of Saudi Arabia would be at risk. Many analysts believe that such a strike would automatically lead to an extremely harsh response. In the event of an attack on a nuclear facility, Israel would likely use its own nuclear capabilities. Some commentators point out that even during his lifetime, Vladimir Zhirinovsky predicted that a major world war could begin precisely because of the conflict around Iran. For now, the question remains open. Is Tehran ready to cross the line that could trigger the biggest catastrophe in the Middle East?
Explosions were heard in Dubai on Saturday, forcing the suspension of flights at the city's airport, the second busiest in the world. Some flights were later resumed, but the airport advised travelers to arrive for their journeys only after confirmation with the airline. The government said it had activated air defenses, even as passengers waiting for flights out of Dubai found themselves ushered down into train tunnels at the sprawling airfield after the alert sounded. A witness also told AFP that an explosion was heard over the airport followed by a cloud of smoke in the air. Several residents told the Associated Press about explosions across the city. Emirates said that all flights to and from Dubai have been suspended until further notice. Customers who booked to travel between February 28 till March 31 were given options to rebook or request for a refund. The Dubai Media Office issued a statement saying, "For the safety of passengers, airport staff, and airline crew, operations at Dubai International have been temporarily suspended." Black smoke was seen rising over the airport after a loud boom, multiple eyewitness accounts said. Airport operations are reportedly now resuming. Earlier, the Dubai government had dismissed reports of any incident at the international airport in the megapolis as videos of smoke rising above the airport circulated on social media. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian issued what he described as an apology to neighboring countries, saying Tehran had decided that neighboring states will not be attacked unless an attack against us originates from their territory. A short time earlier Pezeshkian said, "I apologize to the neighboring countries that were attacked by Iran," in a speech broadcast by state TV. The Interim Leadership Council agreed yesterday that no more attacks will be made on neighboring countries and no missiles will be fired unless an attack on Iran originates from those countries, he said. The incident has caused serious disruption to the airport's operations. According to Flight Radar 24, dozens of planes scheduled to land in Dubai are currently circling the airport and are on standby, while some flights are being diverted to neighboring airports.
Did it hit the aircraft?
No, it hit next to us.